Hello people from Good Station, John here. Well, if you're new to the channel, please like the video. If you don't like it, dislike the video. Go to the comments. Please subscribe if you're new. As I said, let's talk about Cedric Soares today. Something that's really getting me frustrated over here. Looks like Arsenal is now going to sign a deal with Cedric Soares. So first we get Cedric Soares in January. Of course, we did not know the whole pandemic was going to happen. And the weird thing, the contradiction that I see over here, is that we are signing Pablo Mari. We're signing Pablo Mari on a deal that's going to cost us the full length. It's going to cost us around 15 million. 15 million pounds for Pablo Mari, a guy who's played here 3 games. One game he was not safe against West Ham. The other game he got injured in 20 minutes. And the other one he played against Portsmouth. So we spent 15 million pounds on this guy. I don't think he's the greatest. I don't think he's going to be a starter on the team. Not really. Not really. I've watched that guy play in Brazil. He did decent there. But that's not enough. Not enough at all. 15 million pounds. We could have spent that on Axel Disasi, who's a much younger guy, adapted to European football. Of course, Mari as well. He's from Spain. But Disasi has played in better leagues than Pablo Mari. And he has impressive records as well. The best defense is from the team he plays, Reims, in the French league, in all top 5 leagues. I'm not into stats that much, but this is something impressive. And from what I saw from the guy, he's the type of player we don't have on our team. We don't have that type of player in our team. He's a very strong center back. He's a very tall center back. He's composed. And he's good defensively. And he's not going to be easy on you. And that's something our players are not. Our defenders are too passive. They don't usually, they're not aggressive. If you watch a lot of goals, our defenders give so much space to the opposition, and the opposition have all the space in the world. Disasi is a really aggressive defender, which is why he has a lot of fouls committed in Ligue 1, a lot of yellow cards and whatever. But we go inside Pablo Mari, a guy who got a pretty bad injury, and he's only gonna come back next season, of course. And we go, and after he gets the injury, we go and basically not announce, because we didn't announce, but it's 99% concluded. So it's basically 100. But the thing is that we did not use Cedric. And Cedric, everybody saw Cedric playing here because he played in the Premier League. And we're not signing Cedric Soares. So what's going on here? We paid for his loan deal. And he would come here for free. For free. Pablo Mari, you're spending money on Pablo Mari. Cedric would come here for free. And I actually think he's better than Hector Bellerin. And I think he could be a starter if we didn't buy any right back next season. Because honestly, I don't think Hector Bellerin is better than Cedric. I don't think Hector Bellerin is better than Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, at least, he's stronger than Bellerin. He can defend much better than Bellerin. And if you talk about going forward, I think Maitland-Niles actually beats Bellerin. The Bellerin from 2016, you can talk about Bellerin from 2017. Yeah, I agree. That Bellerin is better than Maitland-Niles going forward. But we are in 2020. Forget about the past. Forget about the past. Maitland-Niles is a much better player than Hector Bellerin today. And Cedric too. They will fight for that right back place next season if we don't sign no one. We could sell Bellerin. Bellerin is worth around 25 million, maybe 30. I'm being really generous here because I don't really think he's worth 30. But he could go for that. I would sell him all day long. All day long. I think Max Aarons is much better than him. Going forward, defensively much better. Younger, has more future. Bellerin for me is a flop. In my opinion. I respect everybody who has a different opinion, but this is my opinion over here. I think Bellerin should not be in this club. I think Bellerin should go, I don't know, whatever team, Barcelona, Juventus. I don't really think he's good enough to make those teams, but if they want him, I'd sell him. Inter Milan, Sevilla, Atletico Madrid. I think Simeone would actually kill him over there, and I don't really see Atletico Madrid going for a player like Hector Bellerin. I believe he's gonna suffer a lot if he goes to Atletico Madrid. A lot. I just don't get it. I completely don't. If Cedric leaves, it means Hector Bellerin is probably going to stay here. Hector Bellerin, going forward, he's the most predictable guy, one of the most predictable guys in the Premier League. Defensively, he's probably the worst right back in the Premier League defensively. One guy that is as bad as Bellerin, I would say is Aurier from Tottenham, and that's not hating on Tottenham. I think Tottenham have a lot of great players. I think their team is better than ours. I just like being. I try to be realistic. I'm not trying to be deluded. I think Tottenham is a better team than us. Yeah, and since the beginning of the season, I thought their front three is better than ours. Bergwijn is a player I really wanted when he was PSV. Inter Milan also was interested on him. I always wanted that guy. They spent 21 million pounds on that guy. He's a very good player. Of course, they have Son. Of course, they have Kane, who for me can be considered the best striker in the world. He's better than Aubameyang, in my opinion. Their midfield, they lost Eriksen, of course, but it's probably not as bad as ours. And defense, I think their defense is better. It's not a great deal, but their defense is better, in my opinion. But this is not the case over here. We're talking about right back. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know if Cedric is not gonna stay. Of course, he might end up staying, but from what I read, I'm saying everything based on what I read. So Hector Bellerin is probably gonna stay. Cedric is probably gonna go. Maitland-Niles is, we don't know what's gonna happen to him. We don't know because I don't think he's gonna play on the midfield. If Partey comes, I think it will be interested playing Maitland-Niles. At least some games close to Partey to see how he does. But I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. People, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, please. Thank you so much. Gunnar Station, down here.